Thank you. Special shout out to Brad Thompson in the chat for requesting us to stop by the Insta360 booth. If you want to request a booth to stop by, we're roaming the floor today, so check out the number on the screen and text us where you want to see next. I'm here with Michael of Insta360. How you doing, Michael?
Tired, but great. It's been a good show so far.
I know, it's the third day and I could see Insta360 is still packed. How's that been for you, the whole show?
It's always crazy at our booths because we always have something new that we're showing off, and people are always eager to see how it works, put it in their hands, try it out, ask us questions, and we're always excited to be here to share some knowledge with everyone.
Have you been at NAB Show before?
Yeah, we've been exhibiting here since 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been here for a while.
It's the 100th year of NAB Show this year, so I'm making a point to ask everybody that question and find out how long everybody's been here. It's really interesting to see that wide range.
Hopefully we can be here for the 150th anniversary. So the company is growing quite quickly, and we're kind of taking over the camera AI world, and I'll show you a little bit about what I mean by that.
Yeah, so I think most of our viewers are probably somewhat familiar with what Insta360 does. You're a very popular brand, but can you give us a little bit of background?
Sure, yeah. So Insta360 makes innovative cameras that make the capture and share process easier for everyone. And so what most people don't realize is we're actually a software company, and we just happen to package our own hardware around that software.
Okay.
And in our world today, it's fairly easy to make a camera. You slap a couple of sensors together and a circuit board and a chip, and you make a camera. But the hard part is, how do you make the editing and the sharing process easier for the end user? So what you see in our booth is a variety of products. We have anything from small, handheld, pocket-size action cameras that shoot in 360, all the way to cinema VR cameras that shoot in 11K, that's like the one behind me right here. But what we've also done in recent years is we've branched out from traditional action cameras and VR cameras, and we've made the world's most popular AI webcam that you see right here. It's called Link. And
do you think we could pan over to, is it this one right here?
Yes.
It's a little PTZ camera?
It is. It's a PTZ camera based on a 3-axis gyroscope, but it's a 4K camera, and it's based on gesture control. So you can use your hands to gesture it, to track you around if you want to move around a room. It also has the ability to recognize and detect whiteboards. So if you're a presenter or an educator, I can't tell you how many times I've seen educators take their whole computer, move it over to the whiteboard to show their students or whoever's watching what they're presenting. All you do is you trigger it with a peace sign. It'll find the whiteboard and it'll zoom in on it full screen.
Peace sign, that's funny.
It's awesome. And then it also has another gesture control, which is kind of a zoom in and out. But what's cool about this is it also operates as a normal, just external USB camera. So if you're using Zoom or Teams or WebEx or whatever you're using, it'll just work naturally with any of those programs.
Wow. That's
and
really
you get full manual control of the camera. You can set your exposure settings and your brightness and your saturation, your contrast. Anything that you would do on a normal camera, you can do on this tiny little webcam. And it's got some other cool features, like you can do vertical streaming, you can do like an overhead desk view mode. So that's been like the most challenging shot for average folks to get, because before what we were doing is doing like a full-on overhead shot with a DSLR, and you needed a rail for that,
right,
and it just costs you a lot of money. But now we have like a little tripod that you see right there with a 1/4-20 on it, and the camera itself angles down. Yeah, exactly. So this angles down 90 degrees, and the camera pans down, and then you get like your traditional overhead bird's eye shot.
Document camera.
It's super cool. So we've seen people not just using it as a webcam, but using it as an actual secondary camera to record footage if they're doing unboxings or if they're showing something on their desk or whatever they're doing. So the theme with us is every product that we make has some sort of AI component built into it to make the capture and the post process easier. The AI component here is obviously the recognition and the tracking.
The gestures.
The gestures. The other product that we've had, the newest product, is we actually made an AI mobile phone gimbal called Flow.
Oh.
And what Flow does is it actually uses advanced tracking called Deep Track 3.0 to always follow a subject. And so you may have seen this before in other products where it can recognize basic shapes and patterns, but our product actually recognizes the subject. So if I were to have the Flow track me and I would go behind you, it wouldn't get confused and start tracking you. I could reemerge from the other side and it will keep tracking me.
It's a gimbal with a camera in it?
It uses your mobile phone, and you use the Insta360 app to get all of these advanced tracking features. And it's also got a bunch of great hardware in it. It's the world's first mobile gimbal that has both a built-in tripod and a selfie stick. It has 4 different shooting modes that will make the capture process different in some way, from like an auto setting that will follow your hand movements naturally to like a fully unlocked mode that will unlock the roll, pan, and the tilt axis, so you get more creative control. You could do things like get motion time lapses and set a custom path. So instead of just like a linear pan, you can do like a rainbow pan on it. You can also rig your professional audio gear up. This is it. So
This is it, right?
yeah, so it has a, let me grab the magnetic phone clip to it actually. So yeah, so this is actually really cool. You put this on your phone, it scales, so you can put phones of all sizes on it. And you attach this to your phone. You attach this to the gimbal. So
It's a magnet.
it is a magnet, so it clips right on, and it's got a 1-step rapid deploy. So now you're ready to shoot in like 3 seconds. And here's the little tripod. It's got a handle extension, so if you have bigger hands, it works. Here's the tripod, the selfie stick, and it's got this little hinge down here. So if you want to get like low to the ground shots and you want to go into like a reverse mode, you can actually get low to the ground shots like that.
I've never seen a gimbal like that.
It's super advanced. And it also doubles down as an external battery charger. So it's got a top-mounted Type-C port here. So if your phone runs out of juice, you can charge it from the gimbal.
That makes total sense. That's incredible.
It's super cool. And then it also has this other little accessory here, which is the spotlight. And that connects in, and it rotates.
A light?
It's a light.
Oh my god.
I'll show you how it works. So
That's adorable.
let me put this down on the tripod like this. I will attach the light on using the little clip mount right here. So this goes right on the back super easily. And then this plugs into the Type-C port down here. Let me just find the Type-C port. And so that light now has 3 different color temperatures and 3 different brightnesses. And if I were shooting with my rear camera, I can actually turn that around.
Packs a punch, that little light.
Yeah, it's cool. So here's the different brightness settings, and then here's the different color temperatures on it.
That's really incredible and adorable.
So what I like to say is that it's kind of like an AI mobile filmmaking assistant, because the other thing that we have in here that you can't see is we have something called Shot Genie built in. So the biggest challenge when you're creating a consumer product is, how do you give consumers the skills that a professionally trained filmmaker has? And you can give somebody a high-end product, but if they don't have the training of a filmmaking background, they don't know how to compose shots, and it's much harder. So what Shot Genie does is you can speak into the phone. You could say whatever activity you're doing. I'm going to the beach. I'm going to the park. I'm going to go play sports with my friends. And it will interpret that and give you a recommended shot list for what you should capture, and it overlays it on your screen. So as you're going and capturing your shots, it will follow along and let you know if you're getting the right shots. And then our auto editing software will be tuned to combine those shots together into a story for you. So it's like we're taking the heavy lifting completely out of filmmaking, and we're making it super easy and fun. And then it also has a mode called scene detection. And what scene detection does is you'll turn on your camera, you'll put it on the gimbal, you'll point it at whatever you're shooting, and the AI will interpret whatever you're pointing at, and then it'll also give you recommended shots for wherever you're at. So it's a really, really powerful product, and it's not just in the hardware, it's in the mobile app that you're getting all this stuff. So at a $159 price point.
Wow, that's incredible. There's so much power in that little gimbal there, and the app as well, I assume.
Yeah, we're really, really excited about it. And if you're interested in learning more, you can go to Insta360.com. We have tons of information, videos out there. If you want to see the product in use, then go to YouTube and look at all the reviews on it. There's plenty of creators that are covering it and using it in their daily lives now. So you'll see a wealth of information online about this. And if you're at the show, come check us out. We're in Central Hall. We'd love to show you the product in person.
You're definitely a marketing manager, because you just covered all of the CTAs that I needed at the end of this, so I don't need to ask any more questions from you.
It's perfect. And if you have more, just come back. We're here all day. So
Okay.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much for meeting with me, Michael.
I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.